Cyberpunk Edgerunners in a nutshell. This was an adaptation I didn't know I needed. You could just tell by looking at every single scene that a poor Japanese animator slave spent hours every day animating every crack and dirt stain until their hands bled. All of that just for the show to go into the Rule 34 Hall of Fame.
Why do you come?
There's spoilers for the rest of this video. We find the crew in Night City, a dangerous place where the internet no longer exists due to corporate televangelist wars. Crime is at an all-time high, healthcare somehow got worse. All of this sums up to be the best of the Los Angeles living experience. We follow the Martinez family on their journey to survive. Hey, don't worry guys, it's just your typical day in Ohio. Oh good, the cops showed up. This guy doesn't have his green card, let's roll. They really just dipped out. So we followed David, who is now an orphan. Just like any orphan, he can't get home. I'm surprised he went to school after that. He's uninsured, has no money, now he's getting bullied? Yo, he kinda looks like an off-branch Sebastian. Now he's making your mama jokes. That's rough, buddy. They finally go at it and the bully's playing the I'm not touching you game. EDP should take notes. I would never punch anybody with robot hands. Real hands hurt me enough as it is. That looks like me when I tried using my sister's tweezers to plug my nose hairs. Didn't end well. We find out that David's mom's dead. The doctor keeps asking him to upgrade his Amazon Prime membership for a faster funeral.
One debt to society later.
Should have gotten that Amazon Prime. Me, personally, I wouldn't take that. But I guess David didn't either. After getting the back alley plastic surgery of Beverly Grills, David decides to go back for round 2. Butler Boy tries to go for the same attack, but instead he's hit back with... Man, time stop abilities are so unfair. Got him! So my man David got caught by the bully's dad on camera. He also happens to be a leader in one of the major corporations. He wants to get a hold of David because he meshes well with the chrome. He could say he has an extra chromosome. I apologize for that.
Hey, yo!
David's on the train and runs into his future ex-wife. She was stealing everyone's chips, so when she tried to steal his, he just stopped time and got his back. Man, this time stop thing's really OP. The two of them decided to team up. Oh, I'd for sure sign up for that. And that. She's just scanning him to see if he gets any bitches. Bonnie and Clyde go at it and steal everyone's chips. It's gotta be at least $3.50. David forgot he was in an anime and then his nose starts bleeding. It looks like me when I play Skate 3. So here David's in the ambulance and then he gets stuck up. Nobody in the city gives a shit. David's freaking out. Lucy goes crazy. She hops on him like a lion. Then she decides to go out for a skate. This is some Rainbow Road shit. Oh, that's gotta stink. They finally make it to the docks. We find out that the Sandevistan will slowly fry his brain if he uses it too much. Like a true doctor, he gives some sound advice and then sells him drugs. And like a true patient, he's not gonna listen to that advice. So they both end up going back to her place, chilling, drinking, having a good time. That's when Lucy's like, David, you wanna see something? Really just hop into VR chat? Hey, at least Knuckles isn't there. It's a cute little moon date. They even have a space whip. Why doesn't he get... Oh, it's a one-seater. Oh, this is kind of wholesome. Just two humans chilling on the moon, enjoying each other's company. And bam, Geico commercial. Gets his headset yanked off. Then he wakes up to these guys. What's Speedwagon doing there? Turns out Lucy betrayed him. And he just gets punched out of nowhere. Did he just punch him upwards? So basically, David stole his chrome. David's mom was supposed to sell the Sandevistan to this guy. Now he's just getting disrespected. They're even planning on killing him to get the piece. He offers to work for them to pay off his crippling debt, but the big honcho declines. David decides to flex on him and steal the dude's cigarette. Didn't the doctor tell you not to do that? Big Boss was impressed and decided to test him. Lucy goes in for a hug, but she was actually bugging him. He then meets up with the rest of the crew. I thought she was a guy the first couple episodes. This girl's in her own universe right now. He then goes on his first job to steal this guy's chip, but the guy wakes up and Rebecca has to distract him. She's very good at distracting him. Like a little too good. They break into his car to steal his data. Dude catches him and whips out his piece. David's never driven before and whips it in reverse. It's all good though, his car's bulletproof. They already have a couple people chasing him. While they're getting chased, they get stuck in a traffic jam. I thought I was gonna go World Star and just drive through everybody. Instead, he just activates his chrome and just drives to the other side of the highway. My man's zooming through the traffic. What? I would have died here. This is the average experience for a Vietnamese mom in Southern California. This dude's persistent as shit. I don't think this guy has the insurance to cover this. They make it back to the safe house. This guy pulls up and tries to wheelie him. Lucy comes in and saves the day. I wonder what else she uses those strings for. David hits the worldo again and body slams him. This guy lost his arm but didn't really care. Backup finally arrives. Oh yeah, huge honcho's like, fuck this dude. Didn't even open the door, he just busted open. He catches the dude's sword with his fist. Then he punches him with his own sword. Next, he whips out his No Nut November blaster and busts all over his face. Dude didn't even get to have any Naruto flashbacks. Afterwards, they chill in the pregame lobby. You know, just having some drinks, making some jokes, having a good time. David finally gets accepted into the crew. This dude's wild. All was good until the Fire Nation showed up. His only purpose was to show up to the pregame lobby and talk shit to everyone like a true COD player. David gets sent out to run some errands. He meets up with Rebecca, and she introduces him to the Second Amendment. David makes a delivery to her brother. He gets his Michael Jackson gloves. Rebecca tips David because she's balling like that. I would have preferred it the other way. Alright, so David got invited to run with Lucy. Lucy says David needs to get stronger for the Hunter exam. Next, to get a whole compilation of them doing their jobs. David's lost in the sauce. Rebecca's one-tapping people. Speedwagon's being the best bro. This dude's hitting him with the flashbang. If I can't see, they can't see strategy. Rebecca stopped for being a menace. They don't even ask for ID. They just don't want her in. Luckily, David's a good wingman and sneaks her in. Look at them get all cozy. I hope nothing happens to her. Oh, spoke too soon. David being the best wingman again. They're supposed to trade to get her back, but Lucy kind of handles the business. I love how everyone's just vibing after they slaughter a whole group. So this dude just peeing off the shipping container. Rebecca's brother goes up and just starts talking smack. You ever talk to a crackhead in real life? You don't do that. That's when the crackhead introduced Rebecca's brother to God. David's just standing there shook. He gets kicked away because he's so slow to react. Rebecca snags the piece and goes apeshit. She just dodged a rocket there. Big Boss's Solid Snake gets jammed. Dude thinks he's in Fire Force right now. David pops the world and just finishes it right there. So after everything that happened, the two of them are just hanging out. You can say things are going well. Their next mission is to kidnap an artist. You can call him Robososity. They try to distract him to sneak up behind him, but this guy has eyes in the back of his head. Like every crazy artist, he releases his electromagnetic pussy. Everyone around them gets knocked out. David gets kidnapped. They try to resurrect Harambe, but it's not working. David gets caught in Itachi's genjutsu. In order for him to escape, he needs to slaughter his clan. But David's a true Twitch streamer and knows how to defend himself when he gets swatted. Damn, he didn't even think there. He just fully emptied his clip. Then he gets killed in his dream. I'm pretty sure Diavolo already experienced his death. Why is it always the artists that are crazy? He was about to go in the genjutsu again, but these two pop up. Look at his face. Like when your mom catches you playing with your DS at 2 in the morning. After he gets caught, he calls in some attack drones, and they're bulletproof. Lucy's trying to hack him, but it's taken a while. David's acting as a distraction for the Amazon drones. Lucy comes in clutch with the hacks. Robososity tells David that people that get too much chrome go through cyberpsychosis, and his art was based off of all the ones that went crazy. So they use Robo Picasso as bait. Oh look, it's Butler Bully's dad. So they all surround him. He puts his hands up and starts shooting metal glizzies. Everyone's cautious of the needles because they don't know where it's been. This guy goes full flight or fight mode. Oh look at this dude. Oh look at this dude. I wonder what David's stand would be called. Maine just mollywopped this dude. The artist guy got hit in the neck. He just laughs at David and dies. Big Boss drank too much the night before and is having the shakes. Can't be hungover if you keep going at it. Yo, he got messed up. Kiwi hopped into the Matrix and into the guy's mind. As she's in the mind trying to get some information out of him, Brody gets sucker punched out of nowhere. Maine is going through cyberpsychosis right now. So basically, cyberpsychosis is when that homie of yours starts obsessing over VTubers and their speech slowly devolves to the vocab of Little Pump. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Bro's just telling everyone to stop bothering him. David tries to give some advice and lay off the chrome, but Maine said, nah, fam, I'm not an addict. My dude just put himself in timeout. Now he's just strolling in the desert. Psych. Lucy opens up the third impact. Since Kiwi's knocked out, Lucy's got a deep dive into the guy's brain. Now we're in his brain and she's getting flashbacks of Vietnam. The sleeping serum ran out and the guy woke up. In the other room, Maine was knocked out. Since the guy was awake, it makes Lucy's job much harder. Dude was trying to convince David that he knew him through his son. Dude was just saying anything to get out of there at that point. Lucy finally reached the checkpoint. David's being a little goody two-shoes. As she's downloading the file, she comes across some that have David in them. Maine is acting like he's at an Astroworld concert. Old dude just shorted out. Oh, he tweaking. Oh wait, Lucy's still inside his brain. This is what you get for being too nice. Since the other guy died, reinforcements will come shortly. David's just taking L's all day. Reinforcements are coming, so they have to split up into 2 teams. Lucy and David are at the car. Speedwagon and Abdul are running away from the cops. They're just bodying everyone right now. Maine is spazzing out. Lucy tells David that they should just leave them and dip out, but David leaves faster than EDP at a cupcake sale. Big Boss is going full Rambo. If I didn't know any better, I thought this was a high school. Oh no, not Speedwagon? If I ever get dementia, I wonder if it'll look like this. Doing her best to close the gap. He shoots, but he doesn't hit her. The cop shoots her instead. Maine's about to go full sicko mode. He blows up a helicopter. Yo, I feel bad for this guy at the end. Yep, he's dead. David catches up with Maine and gets shot at. He's so far gone he thinks he's giving her proper burial. Meanwhile, Max Tag reinforcements pull up. Maine's just gotta give him one last slap before he dips out. Bro's up the perk 30s. SWAT pulls up. Maine whips out the piece and just starts blowing everything up around him. David's doing his best Shinji impression right now. RIP to Maine. He's a real one. Dang, they blow up that whole building. So David gets back to the car with Maine's arm. Man, I hate those sad card rides. Those always suck. It looks like someone forced David to watch VTubers for a week straight. Now we get a time skip with this dude. David's big as hell now. He's also the leader of the group. Rebecca's still there just vibing. Probably because she likes David. I mean, I don't blame her. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Rebecca's going off. You guys scared her shit. So they finally made it to the other gang's warehouse. And they pull up with this no fucks given. Aw. David's come such a long way. Kiwi hacks everyone else in the building, and they are all just going at it. Oh, he's got the hand cannon? Let's go. I actually love Rebecca. She just doesn't care. Like, she's dual wielding shotguns for no reason. Good thing I have the Sombra on their team just hijacking the turrets. These two face off in a JoJo's dance battle. David activates the world again. Budget Bane was still able to keep up somehow. He pulls out the Midas touch on his feet. This is like a special move you see in like a fighting game. Budget Bane gets rocked by the hand cannon. New guy runs off to go save the hostages. Rebecca's like, not again. They save a VIP hostage and David gets paid. All is good in the world, so they decide to hang out in the pregame lobby again. Everyone's hyping David up, saying that he'll surpass Maine. They all low-key actually respect him now. When did Rebecca get those hands? She shoots a shot at David, but she failed. Miserably. Yeah, you don't want to go sleeping with your coworkers. David's finally made it to the big leagues. Fire Lord Ozai is impressed with him. He was basically the guy that gave Maine all of his older missions, but he gets those missions from the larger corporations. This dude's got beehive eyes. Pretty sure this guy's just blind. Back to the story. Fire Lord Ozai wants to test David to see if he's on Maine's level. David says sure and goes home. So David and Lucy are just chilling at home naked all the time. They decide to go out and check out the moon and stars at night. Lucy tells David about her backstory. She was one of 13 kids to be trained as net runners for a corporation. They would deep dive into the old net to try to get some valuable data, but it was dangerous and the kids would get whacked off one. Well, hold up. They would get killed one at a time. Is that mob? The kids had enough and rebelled against everyone and tried to escape. As everyone was running, people were getting shot down, but Lucy just kept running. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. Lucy was the only one that made it out alive. David's getting the perk withdrawals. Lucy gets the bat signal and has to leave. This hacker was accessing classified info. Then he gets hacked and dies. Turns out it was Lucy that hacked him. Here we meet up with two scientists. This guy's a dick. He tells the other woman to go out and get samples from the lab, even though she wanted to leave early because it's her kid's first day of school. She comes back to the office and sees that her boss's head's been blown up. David freaks out when she walks in and kind of finishes the job. Right, so these two people are head of security at the corporation David just broke into. They're after David and Lucy since Lucy's been hacking into the system as well. Luckily, they know a guy that might be able to help. Then it cuts over to Ozai as he gets ambushed. Really hit him with the old school drive-by, and they shoot a rocket at him, but he already escaped. Because he got betrayed by Militech, he decides to go work with Akaza instead. In case you have the attention span of a goldfish, it's these guys. Yo, bro's zoned out right now. Yo, what would your mom think if she saw you like this? Oh right, she's dead. Damn, they really just sit around the house naked. Oh, he's got arthritis now. Those two finally have a meeting. They about to take down the whole squad. Ozai hit up Kiwi for a booty call. David and Lucy are having a good old-fashioned shootout, but David's been traumatized from earlier. Rebecca's that one teammate that always comes in clutch. Rebecca tells David he needs to lay off the Zaza. David passed out and was taken to the doctors. We find out that David doesn't have much time. David didn't like that. Lucy and David get into a little fight. David's like, we should just split up. Before Lucy could say anything, the bat signal goes off. Lucy dips out, sneaks up on this guy and tries to take him out, but it was a trap. And of course Kiwi would take her sugar daddy side. The gang is already out on Ozai's mission. Man, what's Kiwi doing there? It looks like Lucy was getting interrogated before the mission. No, I'm kind of surprised I didn't say any whole jokes about this. We find out that Lucy's been protecting David this whole time from the other companies and his involvement with the Sand Devistan. Meanwhile, the crew is gunning down Arasaka trucks. They are going at it. Is driving still horrible in the game? I need to check it out again. The Magic Johnson virus and David's getting way too strong. Now David's really looking like Bane. David tells Rebecca to inject him with more serum in case he starts losing it. I feel bad for Rebecca, look at her. But they're still on the clock and get to work. Well, this is like Mad Max. David might be going crazy, but he's still the best wingman. Yo, David, why are you doing this? Man, he just doesn't listen. Yo, look at this throw by Rebecca. Got him. David goes all Star Wars and uses their rope to trip up the vehicles. Dang, that was kind of high. I wonder if that's like a world record or something there. I like how they are just like, yeah, we survived. Yo, Rebecca, chill. So Arasaka backup arrives. Never mind, they just got blown up. Militech rolls up like, I'm the captain now. They're getting shot at and retreat to one of the vehicles hanging off the cliff. Inside the truck, there's a crazy mecha suit. It cuts over to Ozai in his Pitmobile. He's using Lucy's line to try to convince David to wear the mech suit. To clarify, he's using her voice. And he takes the bait. Yeah, I feel ya. Also, why are you sitting like this? Kiwi just betrayed the driver. Lucy wakes up and kicks Ozai. She calls David, but it's too late. Lucy tries to escape, but it looks like they put a dog collar on her. David's been taking L's all week. David's going full quiet kid at school mode. David gets the full Militech suit on, looking like a Dark Arcutus. Dude has a big-ass magnet and gravitational field. Takes their guns and starts shooting them with it. Starts playing Tetris with their cars. Bro even survives Truck-kun. Imagine getting slammed by 2 trucks and then just flying over them like nothing happened. David then uses the gravitational pull of him twerking in the suit to crush everybody. David just saw Victoria's Secret, but took a drink from Cosby to forget it. Man thinks he's the final boss. Going ham on everyone. David looks more confused than Mike Tyson in a post-fight interview. Lucy forgot to update her iOS. David's like, I'm gonna take a nap now. Good luck, guys. Now it's just these two on their own. They're just driving through trucks. David's mind's just going bonkers right now. David wakes up again and takes everyone's guns. Man, that's so unfair. Pretty much escaped from everyone chasing them. David's losing it now. He's having flashbacks again until Rebecca helps him snap out of it.
You're right, Mom.
Man, I really feel bad for Rebecca. The worst fruit meets up with her sugar daddy. Ooh, I think he's more of a stake and backstab kind of guy. She runs away but still gets finished off. Before she passes away, she helps the crew one last time by giving away Lucy's location. David takes down a whole ass helicopter. Yo, this driver's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, somehow David still ended up being on the top of Atasaka Tower. His mom's probably pissed. Meanwhile, we got the biggest menace of Night City waiting for him. Ozai finally delivers Lucy to this guy. That's when Martinez pulls up with that Genius Bar iOS update. Everyone's looking like, what do we do, guys? David's too quick with it and starts shooting everyone up. That's when the Smash Man comes in. David's like, nah, I ain't forget about you. We got our good old classic JoJo fight. Instead of buff dudes, they're just made of metal. Martinez hits the slow mode, and so does the Smash Man. He looks uglier than the Terminator. Ozai gets blown up. Honestly, they didn't even play in that. Lucy and David are flying like ET right now. Martinez is full on gone till Lucy brings him back. Everybody's gangster till I really want to stay at your house starts playing. Yo, RIP Coolio though. The whole crew gets back together. David seems kind of normal now. Wait, has the driver's eyes always been closed? Oh, never mind. Yo, everything was really looking up until... Damn, did they really have to show it 3 times? I will never recover from this. Don't even get me started. It's been 10 years and this scene still fucks me up. Alright, so Tony Lopez and his dad start going at it again. It's like Jotaro versus Dio, but instead of a bulldozer, it's their bodies. Yo, what the head and mouth do? Lucy tries hacking at him, but he's just built different. Falco makes a run for it with Lucy. Lucy tries to get him to stop, but Falco couldn't deny a dying man's last wish. Yo, it looks like a big kid just breaking someone's Lego set. Adam was hitting the right spots and just blew his back out.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, I want to see you laugh. I already re-downloaded the game and killed him 3 times. In all honesty, he kind of took it like a champ. I don't think he's dead though. David actually saved up enough money for Lucy to go to the moon. The feels? Let's end this on the high note.